What's up, y'all? Just got through taking the big number 2. But that's beside the point. That don't even matter.
What's up, guys?
It's late. As me recording this video right now, it's late. But you might be watching this in the daytime or whenever you watch this. But anyway, that don't even matter either. This one right here says weird drum products ever made. This is from 66 Samus. I think I did a reaction to him. You can go back and scroll through my videos. You might find one of his videos I did a reaction to. But yeah, man, we're about to see what these products is like. As a matter of fact, y'all see the title. I don't know what I'm going to title this, but I already did this. But I forgot to press screen record on the computer. So, we're going to try this again. We're going to try this again. Y'all ready? We ain't going to waste no more time.
Today we are checking out the weirdest and most obscure drum products ever created.
Oh boy!
Starting off in the category of drumsticks, we've got the...
See this pedal? Yeah, I think Will Calhoun from Living Color drummer, Will Calhoun, you played this pedal before. I never seen live in person, but yeah, and there's another one that's similar to this more modern one. But these sticks...
Shaker sticks. And these are exactly what the name implies.
They're weird.
Drumsticks with an egg shaker on it.
Nigga, you weird. With the sticks.
These are pretty cool if you want to quickly add some extra percussion sounds to your kit.
Well, I'm Gucci.
They come in a few different varieties, including hot rods, mallets, and there's even a model with the shaker on the butt end.
See, now this one, I can get down with this one right here. Travis Barker got a stick similar to this. Him and Zildjian made a signature stick, whereas like, he got a mallet on the end, which I don't know why he may put that out there. He don't play percussion. I mean, he do marching snare. He's skillful in that shit, but yeah, I don't know why he put that type of stick out there in the public. You know, signature stick. But hey, he's out there, and so that one makes sense. But this one, this one makes sense too. But the other two,
the stick kind of looks like a
the other two with the mallet, the beat or whatever right here towards the middle of the shaft of the stick. No, you gotta
Next
go
up are the
cuz.
hinge sticks. These have contoured finger pads in the spot where you hold the sticks, and they freely rotate on a hinge. These were
Okay. I don't know about this, cause like to each his own is. Where you position your hand out on the stick, how high or how low you have your hand on the stick, how you hold it is to each his own. Some people might hold it more towards the middle. Some people might hold it more towards the bottom end of the stick. It depends. It all depends.
Designed
What's
to help
comfortable
teach
for
beginner
you.
drummers how to master grip and get those fingers moving a little bit. And guess what? I actually have a pair of these. Let's check them out. Weeble Wobble William. I played around with these for quite a bit, and they actually do feel like...
Okay, this tattoo on this arm right here. Hold on. Yeah, I don't remember seeing this from 667 before. Maybe I was just wasn't paying attention about this tattoo. But okay, it look pretty cool. What's that supposed to be, a snake or something? A centipede or something? I don't know. But it's cool. I know I'm familiar with this one though. But yeah.
...a bit, and they actually do feel like they can help. Since they rotate right at the fulcrum, it pretty much forces you to learn how to use your finger muscles more. Not bad.
Okay, that makes sense for a beginner practicing, getting, finger control and all that. Okay, that makes sense.
Not bad. I think we need to up the weird meter, though. I mean, those were kind of weird, but not that weird. So let's jump into the next category and look at some drums. First up is North drums. You may have seen these before. They were horn-shaped.
That's weird. What horn is like this? Don't the tuba got a big old open circle hole like this? I think that's the tuba. It's one of them horns that got at the bottom is maybe not that big, but similar. You feel me, in size. It's a horn. Y'all let me know which horn if you know what I'm talking about, you horn players out there.
Outward, so the audience could hear the drums even more. These were used by a number of notable drummers in the 70s, including Billy Cobham and Alan.
He used them? Billy Cobham used them? Hold on, let's go back to that picture. Hold on, cuz.
In the 70s, including Billy Cobham.
I didn't know he played these type of drums. I'm very familiar with Billy Cobham. I like Billy Cobham. You feel me? Spectrum. Y'all know about that album? But yeah. I didn't know he played them. I'm gonna have to, if y'all know a clip or have a link to a clip of him playing this type of kit, I want to see it. Send the link. Put it in the comment section. I want to see that shit. Yeah, I'm intrigued now.
Yes. Okay, who cares about the facts, though? I just want to hear what they sound like.
Exactly. I don't think I like them too much.
Yeah. Lots of attack, lots of low end. I like.
Sounds kind of dry to me.
We also had staccato drums. These started appearing.
Oh no! Now you're getting weird out with the bass drum. Come on.
own shapes, but this time they decided to add butt cracks on the bass drums to give it even more
No,
spread.
thank you.
And, well, that didn't sound wrong at all. Excellent. And trust me when I say
it's not my
these
thing.
ain't weird yet. Just wait till we get to the WTF category at the end of the
Okay.
video. Next
I forgot what that was. Like I said, I just did it, but you know, I forgot to press screen record. But the what the fuck? I forgot already what was on that in that category. So we can't wait to get back to that. But this,
but marketed as an add-on auxiliary percussion piece during the mid to late 80s. If you've ever seen old drum solo videos of Terry Bozzio,
yeah, I think I've seen these Terry Bozzio clips.
What the hell they were, but he definitely put these things to good use.
Okay. It was like rims on a car tire.
Holy crap, they sure do.
Or a bicycle, whatever. They're like rims.
Speaking of Remo and Rototoms, they also did a collab drum kit with Pearl called the Very Pitch, which
And see, too bad y'all ain't gonna get to see the original. But man, this is weird. See that gap in between? The Rototom is the top here, ain't no bottom here. The snare got the bottom here, but these toms ain't got no bottom here. It's just a Rototom at the top, but it's not connected to the shell of the drum. It's a gap in between. No. That's weird, dog.
Look at that. That's something right there. If you just
That's
look at
weird.
These were supposed
And
to
plus,
be...
that even make it more. That even make the height of the depth of is even bigger size.
The perfect combination between a regular
So it's
drum...
not a 12-inch tom no more. Maybe like a 14 or 15-inch tom with the Rototom add an extra 3 inches on top of the 12-inch shell of the tom.
kit and Rototoms. You get the easy tunability of the Rotos, but now...
Actually, I'm sorry, I'm tweaking. 12 inch, that's or 16 inch, that's circumference. Okay, height. So 12 by 7, 12 by 8. So if it's a 12 by 8 tom, because you got the Rototom sitting on top, it's not a 12 by 8. It might be a 12 by 11. Now, see, that's weird. 12 by 11 inch tom, that's weird.
Holy crap, those are some deep rack toms. But apparently the heavy hardware and the sizable air gap in between the head and the shell meant that they didn't really sound that much different than the standard Rototoms.
Exactly.
Let's have a listen. I see.
Like I said in the original, hold on.
Cool.
They sound like some untuned quads, you know, marching band, quads, multi-tunes, whatever you want to quince, whatever you want to call it. I played that. I did that for a hot minute, and sometimes the hairs might not be the best, or you might not have access to a drum key, so you gotta make do what you do, and they sound kind of dead, just like this. But it ain't how the drum sounds. It's the player. Somebody who's real good at their craft can make any instrument sound somewhat decent, even if it's not tuned properly. If they know what they're doing, they know how to play, and yeah, you feel me?
Yeah, though, I feel like if I was alive then.
So hey, but no, I don't like how they sound at all.
But on that note, it's time to raise the weird meter even more. I give you the Delta drum set. Triangles, and sadly, I could not find much in terms of information on this company. Somebody on Reddit said they're from France, but you can only trust like 2% of the information you see on Reddit. First of all, how do you get spare drum heads for this thing? I think I need an adult.
I definitely remember this. Yeah, Buddy Rob. He got them hands. Y'all see his hands?
Adult.
Man, Buddy Rob. Who is Buddy? Y'all know who this dude is? Y'all let me know in the comments if you're familiar with who this guy is. He might be just some random guy just trying this shit out. But man, he raw. He got the chop. Y'all see? We gotta watch that again. Go across some times like that.
I think I need an adult.
Oh man, he's pretty good. I like him.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
The final product in the drums category, we have the Zicket Pro Kit. This is a system that you can
Okay,
install
I remember this one. This one was pretty cool. Something different. Y'all gonna see.
Any snare drum, and you can effectively change the diameter of the drum just by flipping the switch on the side. There's 2 different size rings in there that will slide up and press against the batter head depending on which position you're in. So yeah, this is a really cool way to have 3 different tuning presets for your snare drum at the ready. Yeah, that's pretty fucking awesome. Let's move on
That's
to the
different. Now you take your snare and show them the 3 different settings. That's cool. And like some people, they might have a main snare, then they might have a side snare for a certain part, certain songs, and they have a third snare for certain songs. But with that, you can get 3 different sounds in one. It might not be the same, you know, having one or two extra snares, but you know, you might not get the same sound as with extra snare, 1 or 2 extra snares. You might not get the same sound with the single snare hooked up like this. But hey, it might work.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking awesome.
Close
Let's
enough.
move on to the next
Like
category.
that's a cheaper option than having to go out and purchase 2 extra snares or have 2 extra snares sitting on the side of you.
Drum pedals, and oh boy, we got some fun stuff in here. Kicking it off, we have the Schleichmann
Chris Turner did a video with this. The first double bass pedal. It was just like this. Yeah.
This was apparently the very first company to ever make a double pedal, and it has the
And why they stopped making them like this? This is more symmetrical, more even. You got the 2 pedals, the snare go right in the middle, and the bass drum right in the middle. That's more symmetrical, especially for me.
This is very different from your standard double pedals, which normally have both beaters above the right footboard. So if you want your drum setup to feel as symmetrical as possible, have that bass drum square in the middle instead of
exactly. Chris Turner right here. Y'all just saying it? Chris Turner.
Square in the middle instead of off to the side. Here you go. Since we mentioned these, though, it's also worth giving a quick shout out to Offset pedals.
Yeah, I haven't seen these in a while, and out in person, but yeah, I'm familiar with these. This is more my speed. Something I would fuck with a pedal like this. Yeah.
Pretty much a more modernized version of this design, but without the inner wings coming off of the footboards. Symmetry. But you ain't seen nothing yet. How about the Gibraltar catapult pedal?
This one is weird. I ain't gonna lie. This joint right here is weird.
Haven't seen it move yet. My sweatpants are already at full mast. These were designed to provide true response from the player's foot, which would apparently help with avoiding muscle fatigue. But I'm not sure if these pedals ever really caught on. I don't even know if I know anyone who ever actually bought one. But the spring is on the bottom of the pedal, definitely different. There's no pedal cams, just this wheel bearing that slides up and down the shaft.
That's the name brand. At least it's name brand.
Before we continue, this video is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Are we gonna skip over this? Mother commercial.
You need somebody to talk therapy, but also is great. Below it. Next we have the Sonar Giant Step Twin Effect pedal, and this is
okay. I seen a video with somebody. He was doing double bass with both feet with 1 pedal. If I could find the video, like I said in the original, that y'all ain't gonna get to see. If I could find that clip, I'll throw it in there. I don't know if it's this one in particular with the 2 beaters, 2 beaters, or just the 1 beater, and he was just doing it with his feet, both feet on 1 pedal. I'm not sure, but he had 2 feet on 1 pedal doing double bass action.
Double pedal designed for a single foot. What? There's 2 beaters on this pedal.
And that's Thomas Lang on the advertisement? Yep.
At the footboard, you'll see that the heel plate is what activates that second beater. Really makes
all right now. Okay. But I feel like that's cheating. I feel like that's cheating, though. If you're going to do this action, the double strokes with the feet, that's cheating, dog.
Yes. Okay, I think I need to try these.
That's cheating.
It's too bad they don't make them anymore. And similar
in
to
my
these,
opinion,
also have
humble
dualist
opinion.
Pedals. These don't have a heel plate footboard, but instead a little switch that activates or deactivates the second
Yeah,
beat.
but I seen him at Stereo play with that before.
Not enough.
Didn't react to it. It was before I was really doing reactions, but yeah, I think I seen him do that. You play with this more before. I seen him do that. I seen this before.
Or deactivates the second beater. But if that's not enough, they also have a triple pedal.
And I seen this before too. Which is weird.
Wow. And last in the pedals.
Imagine. My bad, y'all, but imagine this shit. Imagine playing Bleed Meshuggah with this. Boy, oh man, I would pay to see that shit. Somebody playing Meshuggah Bleed with this type of pedal. Oh man.
Wow. And last in the pedals category, we gotta give some love to Drumnetics. These are magnetic pedals. There's no springs at all. It's literally just magnetic repulsion. They're very smooth pedals. I actually did a full review video on these a few years ago, so feel free to check that out. But not yet. It is time for the final and my favorite category.
This the what the fuck segment. Okay. Refresh my memories. Yep, these hi-hats. Yep.
Look at this thing. It's literally
RDM. I think RD something. It's a guy. He's a little big, heavy set guy. He's not that big, but he's kind of big on the bigger side, hefty side. White boy with the beard. He's like your wood shop drum guy. That makes sense. Y'all got a little knick-knack gadgets, you know, different things, and the wood shop type of guy, but he played drums. I think he had one of these hi-hat contraptions. Y'all know who I'm talking about. All you drummers out there and on the YouTube land should be familiar with the guy. You feel me? If I could think of find his name, I'll throw it across the screen somewhere. But yeah, man.
There's some chains and other random crap on here, and the bottom is. You know what? Nobody cares. Let's play the video. All right, that's pretty cool. Neat, and only $250. Well.
No, thank you. If you want to spend money on a gadget like that, that'd be my guess.
Category, we have the
I'm not buying it.
And I'm not really sure how to describe this one other than robot arm thingies that
weird.
For you. Let's watch.
This probably more like for a producer, you know, who make beats, or just, you know, producer, like, I don't know, a Quincy Jones type or Dr. Dre type, Kanye West, you know, producer, Alchemist, whatever, you know, hip hop, or just producer in general. They might be make good use out of this, but just for a drummer, oh no, you don't need this. You don't need this shit.
It's great, but if you thought that was Bohemian, how about the Tripstick Pro? These were designed to, you know what? Just play the video.
This one is weird also.
Next. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool for like
Weirdo.
a natural, top quality product. Next in WTF, the Sinair drum synth. This thing looks like a UFO, and it doesn't sound too far off from one either. Let's turn it off.
Okay. Now, in fact, I see it's something similar to that. This was electronic though, but it's not like a steel pan Jamaican drum. It's similar, but it's more like a hand percussion, more like Indian style type percussion, or something like that. But you tap on it, boom, 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 and they got similar sounds to that. It's like, it's not as electronic and you know, space alien type of sounds as this is giving out. More of acoustic sound, more steel pan Indian type of Bali type of sound that they give off. If y'all know what I'm talking about, drop it in the comments. I forget what that contraption, little hand percussion thing is called. But y'all should know. If you feel me, you should know. All your real drummers out, the percussion players should know.
They even apparently had a model called the S.
You know who make use of that? Somebody like Sun Ra. Y'all know Sun Ra, the jazz artist? He probably had a kick out of that shit. That little contraption right there. Oh yeah. He'll love that shit.
Do you know what that means?
Or maybe some Skrillex or one of them type of EDM type of guys might get a kick out of that as well. George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic. Yes, he does sound like some sounds that they will put out. Okay, that's another artist.
I think I need one of these like yesterday. But the killers, that doesn't even compare to what's next. The Remo Spring Drum. A one-of-a-kind accessory that features a drum and a spring.
Why?
Holy shit.
And the fact that Remo put this out, name brand company. Maybe like for orchestra type setting, I can see something like this.
Guy's got a big one.
You got the big coffee mug. Look how he's holding that big, like a coffee mug. Big old coffee mug. Ah, damn.
The ultimate percussion sound effect. A must-have item.
A must-have item. Okay, guys, we are down to the last two things.
Okay.
These are going to blow your mind.
What you got?
Second place in the WTF category, we have the kick strap. This is
okay,
a strap that attaches
yeah.
both your hi-hat stand and your bass drum pedal to your seat to prevent
that makes sense. You know, of course, you got your standard rug that everybody use. I think some people, they use ankle weights. They tie ankle weights to the feet of the bass drum and the hi-hat stand to keep it from sliding away. But this make this work as well. You know, take the little strap and take the bass drum and the hi-hat and attach it to your seat, put on your seat, and you sitting on the seat. you won't move because you got all your weight on the seat, so the seat don't move. So if you attach the feet on your seat to the hi-hat and the bass drum feet with this contraption here, okay, that makes sense.
I mean, I guess it's a pretty good idea.
That makes sense.
Especially if you're usually...
And this, I'm gonna say costs less than the rug action or ankle weight action, but it's take up less room. Less equipment you gotta worry about.
A hard floor surface for
So
whatever
yeah.
reason. Bass drum will probably still flop around a little bit, but hey, at least it won't be running away from you. And finally, what we've all been waiting for, the most obscure drum product I could find.
Dun, dun, dun.
These are electronic trigger sensors that you put in your pants.
Y'all got to see this.
Comes with
Hold
a
on.
tiny little module. They even have sensors that go in your shoes.
This is weird. So he's beating on his legs like a drum, like a bongo, but he got some pads, electronic hookups in his pants. When he tap on it, it produces sound, this is weird. I mean, it's kind of cool for practical. Now I'm thinking it might be cool for a practical joke, like you might be in the airport, sitting down chilling, and you just be on your leg, and these sounds coming about, and you be on your pants and your legs like that. People looking at you weird, like, hold on, where that sound coming from? That might be a cool little experiment video to do. But other than that, I don't see nah, it's not my cup of tea. You miss with you gotta go, cuz
Holy shirts and pants.
I'm not a fan of this. Other than for the reason I just named, the concept I just thought of for a video, other than some shit like that, I don't see no use for this.
So I can poke at them.
You just want to spend your money on random shit? We not finna check this out. I clicked on it by accident, but if you want to spend your money on that random, pants contraption, be my guest. And with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what y'all thought of this video. And let me know what else you want me to check out. Put all that shit in the comments, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Subscribe to 667. This information will be in the description, as long as all my other socials where you can find me at. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.